I'm going to trick you into listening to what I wrote this morning in the journal. You're welcome, TikTok. The vice presidential debate last night, it wasn't like boxing. It was like badminton. You know what badminton is? It is like tennis, except it has a much lighter racket. And the ball is like on a little plastic birdie thing. It's called a birdie, but it's like really light, and you're supposed to go like over the net, and then it goes to the other side. And it really just felt like this very soft sort of like volleying between them, where they kept agreeing with each other. And I felt like some of the real issues weren't getting exemplified like they were. The freaking presidential debate was entertaining as hell. You could not, I was glued to that for every second. This, I fell asleep before the end. I was trying, but my nighttime meds were kicking in, and I was like, this is stuff I've heard before. And it's part of the election season. People just say their catchphrases over and over. But I mean, like, I was going to say that Tim Walz won no matter what, and he did, as far as I'm concerned, because he's just a better person. But whenever J.D. Vance talks, it's like that episode of The Office where Jim gives Andy all the wrong information to hit on Pam. Just, no, and then, wow. Except there's disgust because he believes everything he's saying, and so does Trump. Maybe he doesn't, maybe J.D. Vance doesn't really believe all these things because he has criticized Trump before, and he's just throwing that all under the bus because, he wants a higher position in government and more power and stuff, even though the vice president, like Kamala, has done a lot, but she's done way more than is required of the vice president. They pretty much just have to sit there and not die. But she did that very well so far. I skipped over to this. I had a dream that I got caught in a flood. I was driving someone else's car in the rain, and the flood waters just rushed up and filled the car before I could even unbuckle my seatbelt. And I managed to open the door and swim away through sewage and debris, abandoning the car to nature. Sometimes you have to save yourself. I haven't driven a car in over 5 years because I can't afford one. It's a myth that you need a car in Los Angeles. I walk most of the time or take the bus if I really have to. I'll drive again when my ship comes in pretty soon. Won't live where there's floodwaters every year, though. I feel bad for those people who live there. Like, what do? Abandon the land to nature and move away? Where? People don't like change, but they'll freak out when there's a disaster. I don't know what to tell them. I fell asleep before the end of the debate. I'm talking about the debate again. The no fact-checking thing was so annoying. My mom doesn't know what a QR code is. I do, but I wasn't checking it. I was just like, why don't they just say it? The point of a fact check is to confront the candidate when they're lying or they're wrong. That is, it needs to be part of the debate because both of them, even Tim Walz had exaggerated being in Tiananmen Square and stuff, and they hit him with that question. It was really an awkward answer. And he said something like, I'm just a knucklehead. I'm like, that's an acceptable answer to me. Can politicians just say that? Like, I misspoke. I said the wrong thing. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. And just, can we get on with the things that really matter? Let's see. Where was I? Doesn't make sense if it's not in real time. I have to goad Trump into debating again. Tell him his fans want one more takedown. They're clamoring for another fight. What's he gonna do? Let Kamala take up all the time and attention on CNN on that night? Pass up his last chance for a Super Bowl rated event? If he thinks he did so good, what's he afraid of? As much of a mountain of disrespect Trump has earned from me, I would maybe kind of accidentally gain a small, tiny grain of respect for him if he steps up and gives the people what they want and what they need to hear on the grandest stage of the entire world. A presidential debate is gonna be your last one no matter what. Nobody cares what's gonna happen after this. This is the debate. It needs to happen. Otherwise watch Kamala from home and tweet from the toilet. That's just fucking sad. And it would be a wasted opportunity. I would be mad. But Kamala would win. he's basically handing her the election for showing up when she's supposed to, and doing the job. So I am looking forward to saying Madam President. Who else?